Welcome to the deep dive.
Great to be here.
Today, we are taking a deep plunge into SAP Cloud ALM.
Mhm.
But interestingly, we're doing it through a really specific lens. We're looking at the SAPC STC 2405 certification exam questions.
That's right. So our source material today, it's actually a set of practice questions plus their explanations for that specific exam.
Yeah, it's kind of a neat way in, isn't it?
It is. It helps us see what SAP thinks is, really critical to know about Cloud ALM.
Exactly. So our mission here is to unpack why certain features pop up in these exam questions. We want to pull out those key nuggets of knowledge.
And get a clearer picture of what SAP Cloud ALM is really all about, especially, how it's used during implementations.
Think of it as maybe a shortcut guided by the exam itself.
Yeah, a shortcut to the core stuff. The exam tells you where SAP wants people to focus.
So this deep dive is for you, whether you're actually studying for this CSTC 2405 exam, or maybe you work with SAP Cloud ALM already and want to sharpen your focus.
Or perhaps you're just curious about these big tools that manage, well, massive software rollouts in the cloud.
Okay, let's dig into this stack of questions then.
Let's do it.
Just quickly for context, the source mentions the exam basics. It's 120 minutes, 60 multiple choice questions.
Right. 67% to pass, web-based, English only.
So that structure, it means each question really zeroes in on something specific, something important they want you to know.
Exactly. They can't test everything, obviously. But what they do choose to test, well, that gives us a window.
Okay, so let's jump in. First area highlighted by these questions, the task management app. One question asks straight up, what's its core purpose? What's SAP getting at here?
Well, the main point, based on the source material, is that the task management app is for assigning and tracking implementation tasks. Simple as that, really.
Assigning and tracking tasks.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds fundamental. But in something as big as an SAP project, I imagine having one place for that is, well, crucial.
Absolutely. And the source explanation elaborates a bit.
Oh, yeah. How so?
It says it helps teams organize, assign, and track those tasks through the whole project. It ensures responsibilities are clear.
Ah, clear responsibility.
Oh, yeah.
Visibility, too.
Yes, exactly. Makes progress visible.
Hmm.
It's all about effective execution, keeping everyone aligned on, who's doing what and how far along things are.
The visibility and accountability, yeah, you really can't manage what you can't see. Okay, got it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move to another app then, one that's also clearly important based on the questions. Landscape management. Seems you can do multiple things here. What actions does the exam point to?
The source highlights two key things you can do in landscape management. First, register managed systems.
Okay, register managed systems. So that means pulling your actual SAP systems like S/4HANA, BTP services, whatever, into Cloud ALM's view.
Precisely. Getting them connected so Cloud ALM can, monitor and manage them centrally.
Makes sense. And the second thing,
The second one is group systems by landscape.
grouping by landscape. So that's like organizing them. Dev, test, prod, that sort of thing.
Exactly that. Setting up logical groups for your development environments, your QA, your production. It brings structure.
Got it. And that structure, I guess that's vital for managing things like monitoring or deployments across the different stages.
Absolutely. You need that structure to handle the complexity. Otherwise, it's just a jumble of systems.
Right. Okay. Switching gears slightly, the questions also seem to focus on specific project phases. There's one asking about the explore phase. What does Cloud ALM offer there, according to the source?
For the explore phase, the key thing highlighted is support for analyzing business process diagrams.
Analyzing business process diagrams in the explore phase. Why call that out? That feels quite early in the project.
Well, the explanation emphasizes that this helps the project team understand the company's current processes and, crucially, align them with SAP's best practices.
So it's about that fit gap analysis, essentially, before you start building anything.
Exactly. It's validating and tailoring the standard processes before you dive into configuration. You're setting the stage, making sure the system will actually fit the business need.
Okay, so connecting the why the business wants something with the how the system will deliver it right at the start. Makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Let's pivot to something more technical that pops up, authentication. Which service does the exam material say is the default for logging into SAP Cloud ALM?
The source is very specific on this one. It's the Identity Authentication Service, or IAS.
IAS, okay. And the why behind that? Why IAS by default?
The rationale given is that IAS provides secure, cloud-based, single sign-on, SSO, and user management.
Right.
So it ensures access is both safe and easy for users.
Streamlined.
Secure and streamlined.
Mhm.
Can argue with that for a cloud tool managing critical stuff.
Yeah.
Knowing the default provider, yeah, that's key for setup.
Definitely.
Okay, let's look at another core app then. The Requirements app. Again, the questions point to specific actions. What can you do here, according to the source? Two main actions are highlighted for the Requirements app. First, you can create user stories.
Create user stories.
Yeah.
So that's capturing the business need, right,
Yeah,
from
yeah.
the user's perspective.
Exactly. Articulating what the business actually wants or needs the system to do.
And the second action.
The second one is link requirements to tasks.
Linking requirements to the tasks we talked about earlier in the task management app.
Yes, and that's the really crucial part, according to the source explanation.
Why is that link so important?
Yeah, because it connects the requirement or the user story directly to the how the actual task needed to deliver it.
Okay, I see. So you get traceability.
Yeah.
You can see that the work being done, the tasks, actually map back to a specific business need.
Absolutely. It provides that direct line of sight. From the initial request right through to the work item, it's fundamental for, alignment and managing scope.
Yeah, scope creep is always a risk. That link sounds vital.
It is.
Okay, our final area, based on this set of questions, is testing capabilities. What does the exam material tell us Cloud ALM offers for testing?
The source points to two main things here. Support for manual test case execution.
Okay, so running tests manually within the tool.
Yes, managing and running those manual tests. And importantly, the second part is automated testing integration.
Integration. So Cloud ALM isn't necessarily where you write all your automated scripts.
Not necessarily. It's more the central hub. It integrates with dedicated automated testing tools. So you can manage, trigger, and track the execution of those automated tests from within Cloud ALM.
Okay. So it orchestrates the overall testing effort, bringing manual and automated results together.
Exactly. It supports that continuous testing approach. It acts as the orchestration layer for QA.
And it's interesting, the source also explicitly calls out what it doesn't provide directly.
Right, like creating unit tests for ABA code or doing heavy load testing for SAP BTP.
So it defines the scope. Cloud ALM manages the process, but might rely on other specialized tools for certain types of test creation or execution.
Precisely. It positions Cloud ALM as the manager, the orchestrator, leveraging other tools when needed.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into SAP Cloud ALM. We hope looking at it through the lens of these CSTC 2405 exam questions has been insightful.
Yeah, hopefully these nuggets give you a clear perspective on what makes Cloud ALM tick, especially in that project context. Thanks for listening.